DGS's walkout on March 14th was widely publicized, garnering over 8,000 views on southpooper.com in about a week and a half. People were upset about the number of detentions given, yet hopeful of the optional forum that would come with them. The forum, what was meant to be a conversation, did not allow students to ask questions, was heavily scripted, and pointed towards school spirit as the solution to gun violence.
Have the ability to include everyone around you in extracurriculars and in your academic environments. What makes our school stand out from many of the others are the vast amount of opportunities that we are given as students. This includes extracurriculars. Our school has over 60 different clubs and 30 sports.
Throughout the day of the forum, students took to Twitter to voice their anger and disappointment. That same night, a board meeting was held where students were able to meet face-to-face with administration to make their points heard. Administration took a beating.
As Dr. Thiele clearly does not know, as he gave me a cookie-cutter response, near identical to what he said today, I am absolutely willing to be punished for my political beliefs.
Further, in making the forum in our school's efforts focused on actions the individual can take, such as not letting people in, wearing one's student ID, being more compassionate and taking drills seriously, you place the responsibility of school safety and ultimately the blame on the individual.
The students of the panel were not made aware of this, and this made me embarrassed to be a part of this so-called forum. It is appalling to me that as a member of the student panel, we were not informed of these closing remarks.
This morning, I left the discussion feeling unsatisfied, disrespected in a way, and overall betrayed. Overall, the discussion was not even a discussion. Many of my peers and I felt that it was a presentation showing students what the school has done well, as if we deserve to give you a pat on the back in some sort of way.
We'll vote for our safety and we'll make change, even if it isn't handed to us.
And the actions taken by our administration are deplorable. Our administration has failed us as both educators and leaders.
There is clearly an issue here. Why was the forum such a disaster? Looking deeper at what many of the students have said, it leads me to believe that this is fundamentally an issue with transparency. Transparency in the social context is the ability to know, to engage in what the higher-ups are doing. This is missing in DGS.
In the lack of communication, I think that the administration assumes that the students want something without actually listening to what we want, and then when that happens, things like the forum happen where we get disappointed because we didn't get to do what we wanted, which was ask questions and exchange ideas.
Here's how this situation was created. Administration gathered together to create an alternative punishment for the walkout. The forum was created. It was widely advertised as something that would be collaborative between administration and students, with a Q&A and even student suggestions on safety protocol. P.S. That's my version of a rainbow. Instead, what we saw was this.
Thanks, guys. We heard, first of all, I'm Dr. Taylor, one of the associate principals here. Welcome, I'm glad everybody came this morning. We heard from students about a lot of our strengths here at DGS. Strengths include communication, school involvement, school spirit, our commitment to work together, mental health resources that exist.
Not really a conversation. So let's go back to the root of the issue. Because of a lack in transparency, that is, communication between staff and students, each side made assumptions about what the other people were trying to do. Staff assumed all students wanted was an area to hear about solutions, and students assumed administration was trying to limit their free speech. Both parties are wrong in this case. Administration didn't understand that students wanted to voice their opinion, not hear from somebody else. Students didn't understand that administration genuinely made a mistake, or as Hank Thiele says,
that we missed the mark today at South by a wide margin. So, you know, we're still learning too, right?
There is a wall between administration and students.
Yeah, I do feel like there is an issue with the transparency between the administrators and the students. I feel like there's a sort of wall between what we communicate with each other and what they communicate with each other, and there's not really much communication between both students and administration. And I think that sort of blocks ideas from flowing between the two and sort of stops any sort of progress we can make.
And that barrier he spoke about is that we're both out of touch. Do you know what Dr. Thiele or the administration does on a day-to-day basis?
Nope, I have no idea. No.
You have no clue?
No idea.
Nope.
No idea. No.
No.
So, can you guys raise your hand if you know what the superintendent or administration does on a day-to-day basis? None of us know what they do. I mean, I assume they eat food and drink water like we do, but how can I be sure? And if we don't understand what they do for their jobs, how can we expect them to help us? And so we make assumptions. And the same is true on the administration side. They can read numbers and statistics all they want, but on a human level, I'm not convinced they know how we students truly act and feel. The memes in the stairwell prove that. So they assume. And because of this barrier, tensions escalate. So how can we fix it? Honestly, I don't have the answers. As a student, I only know one side of the story. That's my own. I do know that solutions won't come easily. But no barrier is broken instantly. Brick by brick, the wall can be torn down to reveal two groups of people that are more alike than different. We all want to be safe. We all want to engage with each other, and we all make mistakes. So let's push through this together.